12 books that will help you earn $1 million. An average CEO reads around 40 books per year, but an average person reads less than 10 books per year. And the income gap is more than 400 times higher. How many books do you read per year? Anyone can become a millionaire because money is something that you trade your energy for throughout your life. When you think about it, you work mainly to make money. So invest your time in cultivating your intellect by reading the most influential book you can discover. That's why in this video, we'll look at the 12 books that will help you make your first $1 million. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Number 12, The E-Myth Revisited. This is the ideal book for anyone who has a skill and wants to convert it into a business. It will help determine if you should make the move or not, and if you do, how to at least have a chance of not burning yourself out. Most businesses fail within the first year because people haven't read this book. The last thing you want to do when starting a business is to find yourself employed in your company while running it. 11. Atomic Habits. If you're a lazy person, this is the book for you. You realize you're wasting time procrastinating, but you also want your life to grow. The difference between these two may be seen in the simple things you do every day. The book Atomic Habits is about routines and how to create them. Number 10. The Total Money Makeover. Some of you are actually in the negative, are in debt, and are struggling. Ramsey's point of view is practical and to the point, just what the general population needs to start taking charge of how they spend their money. Number 9. How to Win Friends and Influence People. You must be able to communicate with others and gain their trust. They must like you because they'll have to spend time with you if they do. You will grow together if you spend time around each other. How to Win Friends and Influence People is still the best book we've read on the subject, and you'll agree. Focus on the fundamentals and you'll be fine. Number 8. 4-Hour Workweek. The 4-Hour Workweek is intended to provide you more time and mobility. These are two of the distinguishing characteristics of what Ferriss refers to as the new rich, who have abandoned the deferred life plan in order to establish luxurious lifestyles in the here and now, and Ferriss contends that you can too. What books have you read so far, and what are their impacts in your life? Comment down below and let's talk about it. Before we get back into the topic, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe button so you'll be updated for more videos like this. Okay, so let's get back into the video. Number 7. The 10X Rule. Whether you like or dislike Grant Cardone, the 10X Rule is a motivating piece that forces you to think bigger in terms of goals and the action required. In fact, we listen to the 10X Rule once a year just to get ourselves ready for the amount of action we need to take to crush our yearly targets every year, no matter what. Number 6. Rich Dad Poor Dad. How many of you were expecting to see this on the list? Rich Dad Poor Dad is the fundamental book on passive income. For as long as you live, you will not be rich unless you achieve financial freedom through passive income, and this is the Bible for that. Simply put, figure out how much it costs to maintain your lifestyle, and then work until you generate enough passive income to cover that cost, and then you're free. Number 5. Millionaire Fastlane. Many people will repeatedly recommend the same books to you, books that will teach you how to stop purchasing lattes, save every penny, and invest in a mutual fund. This book is the antidote to all of those. It comes out swinging with the brutal truths we desire. The fact is that if you want to get rich quickly, you must establish a business that expands exponentially. When you read this book, you will comprehend the importance of capital gains. Number 4. Losing My Virginity. We grew up admiring Branson and the diverse portfolio of businesses he was able to create. He launched the most important ones on his own. If you're looking for a book that can help you uncover possibilities in your life based on personal needs, Losing My Virginity is the book for you. It will take you on a journey and train your brain to think in a serial manner. Number 3. The $100 Startup. Everyone believes that it takes hundreds of thousands of dollars to start a $1 million business, but they're incorrect. The $100 Startup was one of the first books we read on our financial path. It's not that you'll duplicate the business ideas in the book, though you might, but it's loaded with example after example of how others accomplished it with less than $100 to start with. Once you read this book, You'll no longer be able to use the excuse that you don't have enough money to get started. Number 2. The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon is the book we always recommend to new readers, friends, and children. This book will transform your relationship with money and put everything in perspective. It's one of those books that you can read in one sitting. It's easy to comprehend and is ideal for someone who isn't a reader. It's also inexpensive, but extremely beneficial. If you want to grab your freedom and stop being a slave to others, read The Richest Man in Babylon. Number 1. The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. Erik Jorgensen wrote the book The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. It discusses wealth creation and the use of leverage. Naval Ravikant's almanac is a collection of Naval's wisdom and experience. Erik has done his best to deliver Naval's thoughts as raw as possible. Many of Naval's tweets have been featured in this book. This book is divided into 2 sections, wealth and happiness. In any case, this book is full of wisdom and will remind you of what is actually important in life. When it comes to getting rich, building wealth, and maintaining it, these 12 books are by far the most effective I've discovered, and they're honestly your greatest option for drastically enhancing your chances of success. How many of these have you read thus far? If you still have any that haven't been touched, well, the earlier you get your hands on them, the better. Before we wrap up this video, I'd like to share a quote that inspires me to keep going. To create is effort. To copy is genius. Albert Einstein. If you want to start with your own side hustle and start to expand your income, there are some videos marked below. Get in touch and we'll get things moving. If you want to change your life, you need to make a change. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications bell. Thank you for sticking with me all the way to the end. Take care, stay safe, and I will catch up with you soon.